Hi, I'm Marylan, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what my life was like before I had God in it, and how I came to Him, and what it's been like since. When I was a kid, I had a tough childhood. There was, abuse in my family, and a lot of people have gone through that. And so God got to me at a pretty early age, actually, and it was actually in Vacation Bible School when I was maybe 8 or 9 years old, probably a little bit younger, when I first accepted Christ into my heart. And the Vacation Bible Study teacher was talking about how Jesus can come live in your heart, and that sounded like a pretty good deal to me at the time. So I actually prayed my prayer of salvation way back then, and then went through my life, and there were times when I was paying attention to God and following what He wanted for my life, and times when I really wasn't, and got myself into a fair amount of trouble over the years. My teenage years were pretty rough, and lots of drinking, and didn't spend a lot of time at school, and those types of things. God kind of got a hold of me again towards the end of high school, thankfully, and kind of got me set back on the right path so that I was able to go to college and kind of clean my life up a little bit. But He was still kind of this part of my life that was over on the side. I wasn't really living for God. I knew about God. He was part of my life, but I didn't really have a relationship with God. And it probably wasn't until I was about 30 years old, early 30s, when I started going to a church, and it was a really bad part of my life at that point. I was really depressed, was suicidal on a pretty daily basis, and ended up seeing this guy on TV that was preaching, and he was saying stuff that really seemed to matter, and ended up going to that church, and that was where I started to learn what it was like to have a relationship with God and to really live for God and see what He has for my life. And since that time, He's completely changed my life. My life has gone from being this sad, suicidal, depressing place to being this wide open, amazing place where God brings new, exciting things into my life every day, and brings people into my life that are just amazing and bless me in ways that I can't even describe, and miracles into my life. He's healed me in so many different ways: physical healing, spiritual healing, emotional healing. And I could spend hours here talking about all that God's done for me. But once I finally made that decision that, yeah, I wanted a relationship with Him, that was what made the difference for me. And I can't wait to see what He's going to do next.